The day is here. Hours away from the first NFL game of the new season. Some saying it might be the last game of the season. A potential Super Bowl matchup for Week 1, Game 1, Thursday Night Football. The Los Angeles Rams, defending Super Bowl champions, will go against the odds-on favorite for this year's Super Bowl champions, the Buffalo Bills. Quarterback battle, electrifying offenses and hard-nosed defenses will go at it here tonight. We are excited. Football is back, and we decided we would simulate our own game to see how close the spread and the matchmakers really have it coming up tonight. Like I said, Buffalo Bills versus Los Angeles Rams, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. We are at the kickoff. And at 6:20 Mountain Time tonight, we will be right here on your screen watching the kick go back. I cannot wait. Coming out first will be Matthew Stafford on the ball. Here they come out, 2nd and 6. They're going to make a nice completion to Van Jefferson on the out. Both these teams have some pretty big narratives coming into this game. Obviously, like I said, the defending Los Angeles champions in the Rams will have eyes all over them this year as they really look to build a dynasty out there. They signed Cooper Kupp to a long term. They do end up losing long time offensive tackle Whitworth, but they still think that they have some guys in there that will be able to do it. Obviously, Aaron Donald comes back. Jalen Ramsey's still on the squad. So Cam Akers, another big addition that will be very much appreciated by this offense. As you see there, we're going to give up an easy touchdown to Allen Robinson, another big name add weapon to this Rams team. After the Super Bowl champions, go out and snag yourself a top wide receiver after you already have the top wide receiver in the NFL. It's a big play. It's a big play there as we actually knock out the interception, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. And here on this play call, we run it a couple of times. You'll see it's really a kind of a broken play here in Madden 23. We'll run it a couple more times, and I'll point out where I think we have the advantage on that play. Here, we're just going to try and sling the rock out there to Stephon Diggs, but unfortunately, the safety is going to be able to close there quick. At the quarterback is Josh Allen, and he will be the season MVP favorite this year, starting before we get into the season. Everyone kind of remembers the electrifying AFC Championship that had 24 points in 2 minutes between him and Patrick Mahomes last year. And so they are definitely on the cusp of anticipation, I should say, to get back out there and prove to the fans that they really are the team that should have gone. They unfortunately weren't able to receive the kick or really have a chance to touch the ball in that game, and everyone knows, or everyone remembers, I guess, that Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce really just marched down the field and were able to get them into field goal range. Or actually, not even field goal range. Travis Kelce caught the game-winning touchdown, if I'm remembering correctly, of that game. So we should have a good one here tonight. You see, we're dropping back as Edmonds in that deep middle. It's going to cause for some pressure to get there, and that is one of the big storylines going into tonight's game is, can a beat-up offensive line for the Rams really match the defensive line for the Rams? And here you're just going to see a totally broken coverage play, unfortunately. The tight end does a flat route there, and I must have used the wrong guy because we have nobody in that area. But like I said, the defensive line, offensive line matchup will be one that everyone has their eyes on. Of course, on one side of the ball is the I shouldn't say dirty. It's the nastiest, best defensive player that we have seen since Lawrence Taylor, maybe of all time. He is now a Super Bowl champion, Aaron Donald. He will be trying to get after the quarterback, but we all know Josh Allen is 6'5", 230 pounds. And the storyline over the offseason is that he's only gotten better. And if he's only gotten better, then, Aaron Donald might need to watch out, because nobody on the Bills is a fool, and they're not going to be running plays designed to go straight towards Aaron Donald. They lose Von Miller, and actually lose Von Miller to the Buffalo Bills in the offseason. So Von Miller will switch sides after winning a Super Bowl with Los Angeles, now joining the Buffalo Bills in the offseason. And you can see there they almost get a pressure, but we are able to extend the play. And Stephon Diggs is going to make an incredible move just after the catch to get to where we need to be. Just starting into the second quarter, we're just going to do some clock game management. Gets a nice 10-yard run there right off the bat that we want on first down every single time. And here you can see, again, Aaron Donald. We're trying to run the ball, but Aaron Donald's going to get into the backfield quicker than just about anybody. And even Madden gives Devin Singletary a little bit of a strength boost with a stiff arm, but he still goes back and finishes that play. So just right there, as I was just mentioning, we run a play to the opposite side of Aaron Donald and, make a pretty good chunk, gets us to the 1-yard line. And here, if I'm the Buffalo Bills, I would not do what I actually did. And I would probably just go with a quarterback sneak, especially in the real NFL. The quarterback sneak is a little bit different to run. Here on Madden, they haven't evolved the QB sneak at all. So I'm going to try and throw a quick pass, and here I'm going to send out OJ Howard. I read that it's man, and since there's only one single corner over there, he has to be on Stephon Diggs, leaving Gabe Davis wide open. We'll get to Gabe Davis in just a second. Here we're going to go for 2 because we are down 2 scores early. And we're just going to take it outside with Josh Allen. Expect that to be a pretty regular occurrence throughout the season. We have seen Josh Allen does like to move the ball with his legs. Jumping back to the Los Angeles Rams, Matthew Stafford had some elbow throwing issues there throughout offseason and into preseason training camp. Had surgery, says now he feels better than ever. Do we really believe that? How can you feel better than ever after surgery? Are doctors in medicine really that good? Hopefully, let's hope, because they're probably some of the same doctors and teams and medicines that all the NFL teams have available. And so let's hope that your team has the same capability of rejuvenating a, almost 40-year-old elbow and keeping him at tip-top shape. He's got another year in the offense coming up, and his relationship with Cooper Kupp is really something that was spotlighted last year, how they go to the facilities 5 a.m. together and watch film together and practically eat breakfast together, have coffee together, all the morning routine. They do that together, which translates onto the field extremely well. We are going to intercept Matthew Stafford there, and we're going to try and just get this ball downfield with short clock. It'd be nice to score again before halftime. Right here, we're going to do the Y sail. And we're going to really be able to read the running back in the flat is wide open, is really where that ball should have went. We were holding it on for a little bit. We wanted that play to develop. If we did, we shouldn't have ran out to the left right there, giving the defensive end a little bit of a free shot. And again, we're missing some wide open underneath routes just because we are trying to push the ball downfield. So that extra wide receiver was open on the shallow route, but we're going to try and force it again. And we're going to do a nice secure catch from Jamison Crowder on the sideline. Doesn't put us in field goal range, but we are marching down the clock. Here's another play I like from Stephon Diggs. It's an easy out route, and we're actually going to be able to score a touchdown right before half on it. We were just in the right position on field where there's enough position on the left side of the field for when he makes the break to cause enough separation. So here you can see they're not manned up because nobody's right over Stephon Diggs. And if they're not manned up, they're going to play zone defense. That means that their linebackers' first moves are going to step back. So that's why I decided to run, pick up another 2-point conversion. And here's the same play I was talking about. That under crossing route seems to be pretty open. You'll notice that the safety has to respect the higher crossing route. And even though they've said one of the gameplay design fixes was that the safety would read that more accurately. Whenever you spam the safety with two of those crossing routes, he has to pick one, and unfortunately, they're always going to pick the further one, and so that underneath shallow is going to be a lot better of an option throwing if you can get the safety to pull up. So here's the start of the third quarter, and we are going to start just dotting our way through the field. Go ahead and do some play action. Again, just really getting OJ Howard involved, a new addition onto their offense. Didn't play much in Tampa Bay, obviously, because of Gronk, but OJ Howard could be very good in this offense. And we're going to just push that ball where it shouldn't have been. We had plenty of time to move down the field and get a better chance at the end zone, but safety did a good job stepping up early, and we did a terrible job, really, of reading the routes there. Coming out in a spread wide offensive set. We're going to man Traymon Edmonds here and just keep that middle section open. He's going to end up throwing it away. Really disappointed we didn't get the sack that we wanted. The addition of Von Miller is supposed to be that extra catalyst that will help them in those game time moments. I believe it was the manager, Billy Bean, of the Buffalo Bills, came on the Pat McAfee show saying how, Von Miller's presence really should be felt, hopefully, in, if there's 13 seconds left of the game and you have to get to Patrick Mahomes, hopefully he'll be the difference maker, the game changer. That's why they paid him what they did. He's obviously now a two-time Super Bowl champion, going to the odds-on favorite Super Bowl champions this year. It will be interesting to see if Von Miller can capture his third ring. Many of the analysts and experts are expecting the Buffalo Bills to be in the championship, but not as many expecting the Los Angeles Rams to return, which should which is a little bit confusing if you think about it. The AFC is a much tougher division, and they'll have a lot more competition to go through. The Bengals surprised everybody and got through the AFC, but that's just a team, and that's not to say that we shouldn't be looking for surprising teams, but that's a team that's saying more so that anybody has a chance to make it in the AFC. It's just a matter of where the ball falls. But in the NFC, it's a lot more wide open. There's only about 3 to 4 teams that people really project being in the conversations. And the Rams are one of them, but they are clearly not the favorite just because of the division that they play in with San Francisco, Denver, or I'm sorry, no, that's the wrong division. Yeah, San Francisco, Arizona, and Seattle. Seattle not so much a threat this year, but the other two still will be. And as we get into the fourth quarter of this game here that you're watching, we are really just trying to work the clock down. It's an interesting last 2 minutes of the game. It's a close game, 16-14. We're trying to get to a point where we can solidify our position in this game. But the last 2 minutes of this game are actually pretty wild. Maybe if somewhat that we'll see tonight in tonight's real life game should be very interesting to say the least. We go ahead and put number 28 in at the backfield, rookie running back James Cook out of Georgia. We'll see how much he gets involved this year, especially tonight. There's 2 rookie running backs on the field, James Cook being one of them, and Kyren Williams on the Los Angeles Rams could see some significant action tonight. We know Sean McVay is a offensive guru, and he will want to get the guys involved that he sees is the best matchup. And so they did spend a draft pick on him. You should expect Sean McVay to want to utilize that weapon. We are going to trot down the field, get the touchdown there, and now Matthew Stafford set with a 2-minute, 54-second clock to mount a comeback here. It is not impossible, but he makes it look very easy with throws like that. And this was the problem with the Buffalo Bills defense last year in that AFC game. They could not stop an electrifying quarterback and offense whenever they needed to. So Matthew Stafford here gets it down to the 2-minute warning and is up to the 48-yard line. Going to try and force one into Cooper Kupp there. A very fast throw, not one I would normally expect the AI to make, but Here he is on first down, just really finding the open crossing routes. We're trying to play as good of zone defense just to make sure nothing gets behind me or no one man just loses me on a route. And right there, because of the zone defense, we're going to catch an easy interception. Really don't know why Matthew Stafford was throwing that ball. We had a guy sitting basically camping out there in the blinders. So here to finish the game, we're going to have a couple more nice plays. Here again, we shouldn't have thrown that route, the crossbody deep ball. But if you go back and watch that play, the wide receivers doing the two level changing crossing routes really causes a commotion for that defensive safety. And if they're running man, the guy's just not even there anymore. So, like I said, these last 2 minutes do get a little dicey. Matthew Stafford continues to dot down the field when he gets the chance. The Buffalo defense is not as good as you would think with the names that it has on paper in the game. But again, a terrible throw from Matthew Stafford is going to go right to Traymon Edmonds, and that's really going to be most of the game. But we do try to just run the ball a couple of times. Maybe try. I think we try a pretty interesting play here down the line. But for the most part, we are going to make sure we take, and we're not going to be able to take the easy win. Aaron Donald's going to strip the ball, giving Matthew Stafford another chance at redemption. He's now had 3 chances for redemption. Third time's the charm, they say. He throws it deep, and Allen Robinson cannot come down with the ball. They got 57 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Here we go. He throws the out route. Incredible breakup by Jordan Poyer. Big snub from the All-Pro defensive team last year, but big interception last year in that AFC game that we keep mentioning. And of course, a tip ball in Madden is always going to come down with an interception. Traymon Edmonds gets another one, and here we are. Here's that pass. Here's that rollout play. Again, just completely wide open, and we only need 4 yards there. I think he ends up getting probably 8 or 9, but watch out for that play as you're playing online. So I hope you like the game. We have a beautiful game coming up tonight. Everybody tune in. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below on your choice for who you think is going to be your week 1 winner. And I hope we all enjoy the NFL season that is coming upon us.